Welcome back to my channel where I help you become your best self through better health. And today we are talking about the 7 causes of cravings and how to curb them. Now, with Halloween officially over, we are moving full-fledged into the holiday season with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. If you watched my last week's video about the artificial sweeteners to avoid at all costs, I was talking about how this time of year is when most people's sugar intake significantly increases. And so I couldn't talk about sugar intake without talking about cravings, because your cravings is what's causing you to increase your sugar intake. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Also, if you haven't watched the intuitive nutrition video, make sure you go do that, is because that's when I was talking about how, our bodies are magnificent machines, right? They tell us everything that we need. The only caveat is we have to listen. Quit being stubborn and just listen to your body. The body gives us signals all the time about what, when, and how much to eat, how much to drink, and even when something is off, like illness or disease. The same thing goes for cravings. And so when you're craving certain foods, that's another way of your body communicating with you. However, these comfort foods, or these cravings, aka comfort foods, are sometimes hard to turn down because there's a chemical response that happens within the body. And the body releases the chemical dopamine, which the hormone dopamine, I'm pretty sure that you're aware of, the feel-good hormone that activates the reward center in our brain that has us coming back for more. So what exactly is a craving and how does it work? What's the process in our body? So the definition of a craving is a motivational state that gives us the urge to seek out and consume a particular food. The most common cravings are sugar, salt, fat, and those high calorie, high dense foods that you really should be staying away from, but your body is communicating with you something could be off. And there are many reasons why we crave these foods, and the state of our hormones, whether they be, balanced or unbalanced, they really do have a direct impact on our eating habits and our hunger by releasing signals to the brain. Okay, so these signals reach the hypothalamus, which is the command center in our brain that controls our eating patterns, again, when and how much to eat. However, the emotional satisfaction that we get from certain foods can override these signals and cause us to succumb to the cravings. And so when you're overstimulating these signals, you're overriding these signals, it has a huge impact. And then that's why you're continuing to crave these foods, is because it's overriding the signals. And so researchers also have shown that, or used an MRI rather, to show that these areas light up. The same areas that light up in our brain due to cravings are the same areas that light up with drug addiction. And so, yes, it's crazy. Food addiction could be, and is very similar to drug addiction. And food can be an addiction, which I'm pretty sure some of you may be addicted to food, or you know someone who is addicted to food. Other parts of the brain that play a role in the food reward mechanism is the hippocampus, which is important for memory, but it also helps reinforce that reward-seeking behavior that causes us to crave. So now you kind of have an idea of the chemical process that goes on, the signals between the brain. Let's talk about the 7 causes of cravings, all right? So let's start with number 1. Number 1 is stress and emotion. So that stressful job, that stressful relationship or unhealthy relationship that you're in, could be driving you to unhealthy eating habits and, causing you to feel a void. And when you're doing that, or, that stress increases your cortisol, which in return increases your appetite, which makes you want to eat those high carb, high fat, high sugar foods. So stress and emotions is the number 1 cause of cravings. Number 2 is dehydration. Okay, so dehydration can be disguised as hunger. So grab a water, a cup of water the next time that you may be feeling hungry. You may just really be dehydrated. So grab a drink of water first when the craving kicks in. See if that succumbs it. You may just be thirsty, and your body may just be craving an essential element of life. So have a glass of water. Number 3, your taste buds are altered, which causes the addiction. So back to the artificial sweeteners that can, cause your taste buds to be altered. This can lead to the addiction to those foods. So taste buds are altered, which leads to the addictions. Your taste buds have become accustomed to the overprocessed foods made in the lab, and then your reward system again is overstimulated, causing you to become addicted to these foods, causing you to crave more. So like I said, the Lay's potato chip ad, you can't just eat just one. That was done on purpose, all right? Number 4, seasonal. So seasonal has a huge impact on craving. So holidays, emotions, memories, smelling, baking, pies, the emotional attachment to food during the season has a really big impact on that. And so that could be a cause for some of your cravings. Number 5 is lack of nutrients. And so your body is seeking what it's lacking. For instance, if you are craving chocolate, you could be, your body could be low in magnesium. If you're craving meat, you could be craving iron, or your body needs some iron. If you are craving chips or anything salty, your body could be low in sodium or electrolytes. So lack of nutrients is also another key cause of cravings. Number 6 is hormonal. So pregnancy, menstruation, fluctuating testosterone and estrogen levels can have a huge impact on your cravings as well. And so make sure, to be on the lookout for that, because hormonal imbalance has a huge impact on your cravings. And number 7, last but not least, is lack of sleep. Y'all, sleep is so important because sleep balances and stabilizes your hormones. And so when you're not getting enough sleep, that again increases your cortisol levels, which, if we go back to number 1, that increases your appetite, which makes you want to eat more food. So how many of you know, myself included, when I don't get enough sleep, I'm craving all the worst foods. It's because my cortisol levels are elevated, and then I'm just wanting those comfort foods to kind of suppress that. So those are the 7 causes of cravings. Now let's talk about the 7 ways that you can curb them, like kind of identical to each one. So number 1, manage your stress levels. Meditate, journal, go out and be with nature. Whatever you need to do to get those stress levels down, make sure you do that. Get those cortisol levels down. Number 2 is drink more water, y'all. Have more water. And the 8x8 is, outdated. You don't need to do that. The 8 class is 8 a day. Just literally take your body weight divided by 2, and that's how much water you should be drinking. Okay, like done. And I have some videos about water too, so make sure you go check that out. Number 3, eat more whole, real foods. So eat foods from the earth, eat your fruits and vegetables, eat those high quality proteins, your organic, your grass fed, all of those things. So eat more quality foods. Number 4, out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't buy it, you're not going to eat it. Okay. So quit buying things that you're going to eat. And this actually leads to number 5, which is having healthier options. Okay. So for your cravings. So if I'm craving chocolate or something, I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting the higher quality ingredients. And even when I'm having a cake or a pie or whatever it may be, just making sure you're getting those higher quality ingredients. Okay. Number 6 is lose weight, lose cravings, or they'll greatly diminish. And then when you also lose weight or when you eat healthier, you're changing your taste buds. So your taste buds can be reversed as well. So as they become addicted, you can actually reverse your taste buds and not become addicted by eating more whole, real fruits and food. Okay, so make sure you're eating more whole, real fruits and foods so that you can greatly diminish those cravings. I know for me personally, I used to have a major sweet tooth. I used to want to have a Snickers all the time. I used to need something sweet after every meal. And once I became more diligent in my eating habits and patterns and just eating more clean, I don't have any cravings. I'll have a craving every now and then, and it's usually that time of the month. So just, change your taste buds, lose weight, change your cravings, all of those kind of things too. They're definitely connected. And last but not least is get more sleep. Okay, get that 7 to 9 hours of sleep, the recommended. People know that I don't mess with my sleep, and I get my 8, sometimes 9 if it's a good night. But I love sleep, and it's super duper important. Okay, so as you can see, like cravings are part hormone, and they're also part psychology with the process that's happening and the connection between the gut and the brain. Okay, but now that you know this, you can kind of have a game plan and how to defeat them so that you're not succumbing to these cravings and they're not controlling you anymore and or adding to your waistline. All right, so hopefully that helped. If you need more help in this department, especially with the holidays around the corner, I do have my brand new mini course, your complete guide to not gaining weight during the holidays. I'm excited about this because I had no holiday weight gain, and you can go through the holidays without gaining weight. You don't have to be part of a statistic that, five to between like, half the population gains 5 to 10 pounds of weight during the Christmas or the holiday season. You don't have to be that. I don't gain weight during the holidays and I still enjoy my food. Okay. So I'm sharing my knowledge and information with you, my expertise in this course. You get a holiday health assessment. There's like an action plan. It's a mindset shifting. So it's not just this generic stuff that you can get online. It really is a course that's really going to help shift your mindset around holiday eating and just eating in general. Okay. So make sure you check that out. Link is in the description below. And let me know in the comments below, like, what do you crave? Like, what is your kind of kryptonite, and what's your most common craving? Is it chocolate? Is it salty? Is it sweet? Is it crunchy? Like, all of these things. Let me know your top number one cravings in the comments below. And that's it for today. All right. So thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye.